Yep.
There we go.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Excuse me. Hello, everybody. All right. So, man, hold on 1 second. We're live and amplified. Here we go. Yeah. So real quick, Don, I'm going to I guess this is one thing that I wish it could be better when it comes to these lives. I wish it was like a one-click button that can take everybody to the to all the groups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we have to kind of go in manually and do all this other stuff. So that's what I'm trying to do, guys. Come on in. We have 2 people in the house. If you are jumping in, say 3 people, say hello. And we'll love to last time we had a great time. We had Mondo, so maybe Don, we'll have Mondo action.
Yeah. Whoever's in, make sure you put your name in there so we can see you. See who it is, say hey, so we can give you a shout out for sure. We're going to give people a few minutes to kind of filter on. But definitely thank you for joining us for our first ever broadcast of Talkin Creative.
Backstage. Okay, cool, man.
I am
excited as well. So I'll let you guys come on in. And also, please, before we kick it off, would greatly appreciate, Don and I, if you share it on your Facebook page as well. Share with all your friends. Of course, the more the merrier.
Definitely.
And we would greatly appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, ladies and gents. Talkin Creative first official live session going down.
And I am pumped. Been waiting for this all week for sure. Me and Ozeal have been working on this, a couple of weeks now, trying to put things together and brainstorm how we want to come together on this. So definitely excited about this and excited about sharing with you for sure.
So just to kind of give you guys some context, because last week we did a test run, and Talkin Creative is a show that's tailored for creative people. It's helping creatives build businesses and brands centered around their passion, their hobbies. And Don and I are both creative people. We consider ourselves creative-minded entrepreneurs, business owners, online content creators. And we felt like there's always a need, right, to be able to bring this topic, these discussions out to the light, and of course help other creative people not only collaborate and connect with each other, but also learn from each other as well. So Don and I decided to just talk creative and put this together where we can help each other out, and of course potentially maybe share some words of wisdom, encouragement, and some inspiration for all of you. Don, got anything to say?
No, like I said, you hammered down a lot of points. We definitely want to share what we've learned and what we picked up along the way. If you know some things that we might want to try, we're definitely, like I said, this is a creative space, not just for us, but for you as well. Tools, tips that you want to share, throw them in the comment for sure. We are definitely going to make it a point to answer any comment, any question. Definitely going to save a little time towards the end to answer any questions, respond to any comments. But like I said, we're excited about, just making a creative space for people to talk.
Absolutely.
Casual conversation between us for sure.
So Don, let's because we haven't caught up, man. Normally we do a catch up. I know we have a mastermind where we do once a month, but we now I think this is just a great opportunity for us to kind of catch up on life and catch up on everything that's been going on up to this point. So man, how's your week been?
The week's been good. Challenging, but it's been good. A couple of opportunities that I was hoping to kind of pan out ended up falling through, but I did sign on a new client this week. Started working, doing some retainer design work, so that was great. Made a couple of sales in my e-commerce store, so it's been a good week. And I'm going to definitely focus on the wins Sure. How's your week going, man?
This week has been up and down. There's been a lot of I got this new productivity book, which some of you and Don, you know this. I'm a productivity nut. So everything that is around productivity and tips and strategies, books. I mean, I like to dig into all of that. So one of the things that I got was from a buddy of mine who sent me this journal. It was a productivity journal. So I was focused, right? It breaks it down to 4 sessions. As a matter of fact, I have it right here. Boom. Here we go. This is the book right here.
Mastery Journal. Cool.
It's called the Mastery Journal. Shout out to John Lee Dumas of Entrepreneur on Fire.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah. He's a dope cat, man. Good friend of mine. And so anyway, so as you can see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but so there's like session 1, session 2, session 3, session 4. And so I was on it, man. I was really like on point, trying to get everything ready, focus, allocating 50 minutes of my time for each session. So everything was going great until like yesterday, which was a good thing, good problem. I got a client that kind of reemerged that says, hey, we want to go ahead and relaunch our podcast, which was a little nervous because Don, you and I can talk about how we took a hit as creative entrepreneurs when a lot of businesses, when COVID happened, pulled out and pressed pause on a lot of projects, which, affected the freelance and creative entrepreneur community big time. Yeah. Everybody really, right? Yeah. So anyhow, a client reemerged. We got connected, super excited to go ahead and kick off and relaunch. And I'm in the early stages of helping them out with the podcast launch. So it's been a little crazy, man. So I was kind of like planning everything. And then like yesterday and today has been one of those days where I'm like, oh, okay, all right, maybe planning is good, but I got reminded that it's important to be flexible and just kind of be in flow state. So
we got Jetty B in the house. All right, Jetty B, what's up? Much love to you, my brother. Man, you got that line looking sharp.
Man, I know we're talking about that. We need to shave, Jetty. Come on, man.
Jetty's always on point, man. I love my brother Jetty. I appreciate you showing up for sure, man.
We need that contact, that barber contact, man.
Yeah, and actually, Jetty does a bow tie line and starting a clothing line. He does.
Oh, right on.
He makes bow ties. Awesome
okay.
bow ties, man.
Jetty, be sure to leave the link to your bow tie business company. Love to share that, man.
Classic and fashion, man.
Yeah, man. So that's what's been going on, Don. Everything's been going great, man. Again, started a new week. It started a little started focus, and then it kind of transitioned into unexpected client work, which is great. A lot of things that are happening, good things that are happening now. So just kind of readjusting with everything. But it's been a great week, man. I can't believe it's Thursday already?
Yeah.
Has anybody else kind of like lost track of time? Like, I thought it was like Tuesday.
I was thinking this earlier. The days are starting to meld together.
Yeah.
And like I said, now that I'm working from home, Saturdays and Sundays, it's just all 1 week now. And you get lost in the time. Plus, the month is just going by so quick. Classic man fashion on IG. Appreciate it.
It is. Yeah. Nobody is living for the weekend.
No, not anymore. Not anymore. It's like I said, I think, and we're going to get into this as the podcast goes, but businesses now are having to rethink and realign how they're thinking about doing business and connecting with people. So I definitely, Ozeal has got some great strategies and tips he wants to share. I got some strategies and tools that I want to share. But yeah, now we're having to think totally different about how we're communicating and how we're reaching our customer base. Let me ask you, have you found it? Have you found it? I mean, you're a podcaster, so you're used to video and doing things that way. But have you found it challenging connecting with your clients, customer base, and really kind of getting in new clients?
It has been, man, because as you know, Don, and some of you that are just joining us, I run a podcast production agency that relies heavy on on-site sessions. So a lot of the times I have to go there and meet with them, brainstorm, brand develop, etc. So it has affected. It did affect me directly. especially with a lot of the clients that I have now. So that was affected as far as on-site consulting, but also the other end was a lot of the clientele that I've been working with have been high-end clientele. One of the things that's been hard, challenging rather, is been trying to convince bigger companies that content still matters, that
Matters
it's okay.
more now.
Right, that it's okay. I believe there was a stat, Don, that I want to share, and I need to look it up, but there was a stat that over 60% of content consumption, I mean, that's where we're at. It continues to rise. So now people are glued watching live stream. People are listening to podcasts. People are now consuming content more than ever. So instead of going on defense, I believe that the philosophy should be really going offense and really creating a lot of content now and build brand to kind of develop that. So one of the things that's been challenging, once again, is that a lot of these big mid to high level clientele that I have, that they believe like we need to press pause, like we don't need to spend money. And I totally get it, right? Every industry is completely different. A lot of them are a little bit more defensive, may feel like, that might be something they don't want to invest in right now. So they want to pull back on the money. Yeah. But I think it's important to understand and to realize that if you are a content creator, if you're a high level business owner or mid-level business owner, you got to put your eggs in a basket where they matter right now. And right now, people are consuming content, video, audio, live streams. You're seeing a lot of people implement that and execute that well. So that's been a big challenge, my man, is just trying to play the convincing game. Yeah. And luckily, thankfully, a lot of those clients are like, yo, we actually need to get that podcast going. We do need to get this message out there. We need to go on live. We need to let our clients know that we are on top of our game, that we're making moves. And the ones that are actually creating content right now, whether you're small level or high level, are the ones that are going to end up winning once this thing is done. So that's been something that's been very powerful. But yeah, it's been challenging, man. But I feel like we're getting through it.
Yeah, I definitely feel this is, I mean, we know everybody knows what we're going through and the times that we're dealing with. But I think a true entrepreneur, a true creative realizes that in adversity, that's where you find the opportunity.
Exactly.
I believe the businesses and the brands that are going to succeed are the ones that capitalize on the opportunities that are out there. And create and innovate. I think this time we're going to see a lot of new things, a lot of new techniques, definitely a lot of new tools starting to emerge, which, like I said, I'm going to give some examples of some that you definitely should be using and taking advantage of. But I firmly believe that the businesses that will come out better or come out on the other side, or even the ones that even thrive during this, are the ones that take advantage of the opportunity right now that presents them, that's in front of them, to connect with their customers and their clients.
Yeah, well said. So if you're just joining in, guys, welcome to Talkin Creative with Don and Ozeal. See, we got Mondo in the house. Mondo was asking about what's the YouTube link, my man. I don't know did you mention the YouTube link? I'm not sure what YouTube link you're referring
to. We haven't started broadcasting because we can't broadcast to
YouTube just yet.
Broadcast yet. Like I said, we appreciate you coming on the first episode. We are definitely, working out logistics and things like that. We will be broadcasting live simultaneously on YouTube and LinkedIn. But as it is right now, we're just broadcasting on Facebook, and then we're going to post to our YouTube channels and broadcast, I guess, a pre-recorded. It'd probably be considered pre-recorded then, but you can set it up as a live broadcast. But yeah, definitely looking forward. Mondo, hey, what's going on? I appreciate you showing up for sure.
Mondo in the house. Also, guys, once again, we greatly appreciate any shares. So do us a favor. Please share this stream with your people on social media. We would greatly appreciate it. Of course, again, the more the merrier. And let's continue growing. This is pretty nice, man. I'm digging it. Also, if you guys have any questions as we go along, so if we're just drop them in the comment section, and we'll get back to them and answer them once we do the Q&A. So definitely want to make sure that we encourage that, because we want you guys to participate. So anything that you want to chime in on, regardless of what Don's saying or what I'm saying, if you agree or disagree, all of it is all good. We want you to be a part of this live. So please drop it in the comment section below.
For sure. And also, like I said, this is definitely a new thing for us that we're putting together. So any constructive criticism, we definitely want to join, because our goal is to make this better as we go along.
Yes. Okay, so before we move on, Mondo, I'm trying to use Facebook Watch on my TV. Oh, thought y'all were using YouTube Live. We are not.
Yeah.
We're using StreamYard right now, Mondo. You know what? This is something that Don and I, actually, the first one we did was on StreamYard, and I was actually doing a Pod Houston virtual event on Zoom last night. We had some success. It was fun, but honestly, I really like StreamYard features, man. I just think that they're a little bit easier. And apparently Zoom has been under some heat.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys heard about that?
I was getting ready to say that. They had some people hacking into some Zoom.
Crazy.
I guess to be expected, since everybody is using Zoom as a video call. It's definitely putting themselves out there to be hacked. But yeah, I heard that last week, that people were hacking into Zoom calls and posted all kinds of things. So definitely crazy time.
And I love Zoom. I know Zoom, you can, convert after it automatically converts it into a video file and also audio file, MP3. You can do a lot with it. I love that feature. And they added a lot of really cool features. I mean, I'm still using it for a lot of client work.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to live streaming and some of the cool features that live streaming services provide, I think StreamYard by far is doing some really cool stuff. And by the way, speaking of live streaming, if you guys are using live stream, please leave it in the comments section. Let us know what live streaming software you're using or service that you're using. I know you can do it through YouTube. There's a few others that are out there: Be Live, StreamYard, Zoom. Be Live. So let us know which one you're using in the comment section, and let us know if you are using currently. How about that? Here's a question for you. If you're using live streaming right now, what are the benefits you're seeing so far, especially for people like myself I haven't really been used to live streaming. I'm a podcaster, as Don mentioned, but we do see the value of live streaming and video content. Don is very big on video content. So let us know if you have been using, if you're a newbie to live streaming, what are some of the benefits you've been getting? What do you think about it, Don? Because you had a show.
Years ago. Live, Coffee and Conversation, Facebook Live. I did for about 1.5 years, almost 2 years. It's definitely a great way of keeping yourself in front of your customers, clients, and getting information out there. It's a little daunting at first if you're not used to being on camera, like I was, but it's something that's definitely you need to get used to. And not just per se even live streaming live, just video is a big thing. Whether it's posting a short video, like I said, we all have phones and we all have the capacity to make even a quick video that we can share on our page or on our website or whatnot. Just using that, which, like I said, is one of the strategies that I want to talk about, is something that you need to be really leveraging for sure. But I love live stream. I love the immediacy of it. I love the immediate comments that you can get, the interaction that you can get. We definitely are going to be bringing people on, experts in other areas that we're going to talk to and interview. So it's a great way of really connecting with your customer base and your client base and staying top of mind with them.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking, you mentioned some tips and strategies that you have, some things that you want to share with our viewers right now in regards to today's topic, which is how to stay creative during COVID times. It's a very chaotic time for a lot of us, whether we're entrepreneurs, creatives, parents, it's just all of humanity, right? We're all going through this together. But specifically for creative people, creative entrepreneurs. What are some strategies, man, that you want to drop on us on how we can stay creative during these chaotic times, man?
Well, it's not so much how to stay creative, but the things that you should be doing in order to make it through, especially to make it through this period. There are things that you should have been doing beforehand, but definitely now that we're all isolated in this area. The first one is email marketing. That's a big thing that any business or brand should be doing. I think a lot of businesses now are starting to realize, wow, I don't have a client, I don't have an email list, and I have no way of really kind of staying top of mind. But if you're like me, I've gotten a ton of emails from companies that I follow or subscribe to that are throwing out COVID-19 discounts or what they're doing through this whole thing. But using email is still the best way and the most effective way of really connecting with your client list, which you should be building. And there's a lot of tools out there that you could be doing: email marketing, broadcasting, email funnels. You should be using to stay engaged and stay top of mind. MailChimp is a great one to start with if you're on a budget or you really don't have a lot of money to get going. MailChimp is free up to 2,000 contacts, but it's a great way to get your feet wet. I use several of them. MailChimp is one of them. Another great one is SendLane, which is another email marketing company. And then another one that I use is Drip. But there are a ton of email marketing companies out there that are specifically designed to use email as an engagement tool and as a marketing tool. Aweber, HubSpot, but you should be leveraging that for sure. The second thing, live streaming, which goes into video marketing. You should be using video to really promote your brand, especially at this time. There's a lot of different businesses trying to figure out, how to use video, whether it's live streaming or whether it's recorded videos. You got a lot of trainers that are doing online training. You got a lot of recording artists that are doing mini concerts live now. You got a lot of late night talk show hosts that are doing live broadcasts and video interviews. So leveraging video is something that you should be using for sure. But another great tip that I will say that I just got another great strategy that I just got this morning when I was on a conference call with my coach was just a one-to-one connection call with your clients, which tomorrow I'm going to set some time aside and not so much selling anything, but just to see how they're doing, which keeps you top of mind with them. Call them, make personal calls to your clients to see how they're doing and how they're navigating this time. And if there's possibly anything that you're able to do for them, is a great way of staying connected. So I want to thank Coach. If you're watching this or when you watch it, that was a great tip. I'm definitely going to set some time aside tomorrow to call some past clients just to check in on them and see how they're doing. But those are three things that you really should be doing as far as your brand. To stay creative, the main thing I would suggest, like I said, for me is getting out. And I don't mean getting out in the crowd, but even if it's for a walk, reading books, watching podcasts, listening to podcasts really is a big thing for me to help me stay creative. What are some of the things that you've been doing to kind of keep your creative juices flowing?
So yeah, those are all great tips, man. Especially the podcast tip. You
would love that.
I've been doing a lot of that, man. And especially getting out, and I'm gonna talk about that as well. Great stuff, great tips. By the way, we would love to hear what you have to say. Yeah. So let us know in the comment section. What are some of the things that you're doing for your business right now to not only sustain, but to thrive? I don't like to say survive, but because I believe right now we can definitely thrive if we take initiative and play offense and really kind of double down on some of the tips that you share with us with the email and some of the things you can do to take care of yourself. So I love that. So please leave it in the comments section and let us know what are some of the things that you're doing right now during COVID-19 times.
Connection is really big.
I love that too, man. Just keep in touch.
Yeah, I think personal connection. I've gotten so many calls just from family and staying connected with family and friends. But to use it as a way of reaching out and to your clients and customers just endears you more, that they're going to think more about you. Wow, you thought enough to call just to see how I was doing through this whole time.
Yeah.
Going to do wonders for your brand and your business.
Yeah, I think connection right now, personal and also business is the way to go right now. I think everybody needs to be able to, again, just touch base with your clientele, see how they're doing, see if there's anything you can do to help them out during these times, and also just stay in touch, right, Don? I mean, you and I started this Talkin Creative really out of this need to really connect with each other. We're like, yo, let's just start a live show and see what's going on, man. And then we turned it into a show, and now hopefully, we're hosting this party and bring other people as well to be a part of it. So I think that's another great thing to do, is just, start a show with a friend and just have conversations about the things that matter most to you right now.
I have a friend out in California. He and I'm not sure how he pulled it off, but he did a movie watch where I guess he got a bunch of people on a video call and they watched the movie together.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, now we're really seeing the power of what video does and offers, not only personally wise, but just brand wise and business wise. It's just a very powerful way to stay connected with people. And if you leverage that for your business, it's definitely going to do wonders. And it's definitely going to set you above a lot of other people. That emails are nice, texts are nice, and even video calls are nice. I mean, they're great because they can see you and hear you. But I do really want to stress the personal calls. How much better do you feel when you get a personal call from somebody that checks on you? So how much better do you think your client is going to really feel and think about you when it's, wow, okay, I really didn't expect a call from him, but, they're definitely going to keep you top of mind through this thing.
So Roy, what's up, Roy? Roy, part of Vid Houston. He's a local YouTuber. He does a lot of great videos, very entertaining, cool cat. Roy, thank you for joining us. Talk about great tips. I have been emailing also, as well as posting some photos and videos throughout the week to promote my voiceover and voice acting work. I see you, man. I see you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're constantly creating content. And man, props to you, man. I see you working.
Yeah, we had a chance to talk at the last podcast.
Oh, you met Roy? Yeah, Roy's a cool cat.
At the last podcast, Houston. Great guy.
Yeah, cool cat, man. Great tips, Roy. Thanks for joining us. And then Ron Terrell.
My brother. You don't have a picture on your Facebook. You need to
come on, man. We need pic, man. Let's go. What's up, brother? So is this Ron and Don? Is this brother?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Oh, right on, man. What's up, Ron?
That's my brother. I appreciate you showing up. Yeah, he was the one, like I said, that kind of made me really wanted to put this on the strategies list, because I had a conversation with him about how he's in the apparel business and how he should, especially at this time, be using email and video. I mean, video showing your clothing line and connecting with, like I said, you got a lot of businesses that are using video to promote their business. Like I said, trainers are showing you how to stay fit and active in this space here. They're doing videos on that. People in the food industry are showing you videos on how to cook. So you definitely should be using video to promote your apparel business, and definitely should be using email to stay connected with your clients. If
you guys have seen any really cool ideas and any examples of people that are just crushing it with live stream. Please leave links down below. Let us know. I know a couple people that's come top of mind. There's a bartender out of New York City who's been doing just to set up a live stream, and he is doing like cocktails. Like I think he goes live at 1 at 5.
Mm-hmm.
His name, the Cocktail Guru is his name.
Cool.
Yeah, the Cocktail Guru, and you guys should check him out. And he's just doing really cool live, sessions, and people are really digging what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
Also, who's another one that's killing it? There's somebody. I have a couple friends that are in the yoga industry, and they've just been doing yoga instructions, and then doing meditation and affirmations in the morning. Yeah. And so I'm really seeing a lot of creativity happening right now these days, and I think a lot of people that have been on the fence on not to do live stream or hesitant now are doing live streaming. And I think now, once again, it's important to be able to deliver great quality content. You're seeing a trend. I think we're going to continue seeing that for sure.
And I definitely love it. Like I said, I love this time because, like you said, you see the innovativeness and creativeness that businesses and brands are having to use now that they should have been doing a long time ago, but now they're forced in the habit of rethinking how they're doing things and how they're communicating. You were talking about your friend. I have a friend, Tiffany Williams. She does a live broadcast. She's a videographer, has a video business, and she's been doing like DIY type of how to use video and how to use phones. So she's been doing a Facebook Live on that, killing it, getting a lot of engagement. But yeah, you have to start thinking outside of the box now, and really leveraging the tools that are right in front of you. And video has been in front of us for a while, email even longer than that. But think creatively of how you can use this. Like I said earlier, this, even though we're going through this crazy little time, the opportunity is just wide open for people.
Yeah.
Wide open.
So let us know. Also, we're curious to know what are some of the biggest challenges that you're facing right now as a content creator, as a business owner. Please also leave that in the comment section. We'll love to kind of get into that. And also remember, we're going to do a Q&A. So if anybody has any questions about anything that we're discussing right now, please leave it in the comment section down below. Yeah. So great stuff, Don. So I want to talk about a couple things. I wrote down a few things that I want to share on how to stay creative during COVID-19. Here's a couple of things that have been helping me out. Number one tip is to make it about fun. What are the things that you enjoy doing? Think about the moments that, growing up that brought you the most joy, right? For me, growing up, performance and people were the things that brought me most joy. Being a musician was something that made me happy because I had the opportunity to perform and bring people together and celebrate music. So that's something that I've always enjoyed. And when I get in a creative funk, I always revert back to, what does home feel like to me, right? What is that place? And everybody has that. Don, you have it. I have it. Everybody watching this has it. What's that place where we can say, we call home? And home is that thing that no matter what time it is or what's going on externally, that can bring a smile to our face and that we really enjoy doing. Yeah. So it makes sense for me to enjoy podcasting because there's a performance aspect to it, and also the connections that are being made through the podcast. So that's tip number one. Again, is find out if you're in a creative rut, to go back and think about the thing that makes it fun for you. Tip number two is, what problems can you solve right now, guys? Think about that. What problems can you solve right now? How can you adjust your business with the current state of the market? It could be a virtual strategy, right? As Don mentioned, incorporating live streaming to your business. That could be something that can help you right now. Be creative and also serve your market. So that's a problem that's happening right now because a lot of people can't get out and are looking for solutions, right? That's where you can come in looking for solutions to get your product, to get your service, to get connected with you, to get me coaching services or something. There's something they can do to get out of it. So I think creativity also comes in and knowing what problems you can solve and asking that, especially right now.
Yeah.
Tip number 3 is decide to be imperfect. Okay. Break this whole idea of perfection and with imperfect action, right? Just decide, let go of what people are going to say, let go of people, what people are going to think, and just create. One step of action is greater than contemplating the idea of anything, right? Everybody says, you need to have all the bells and whistles, right? Don and I didn't have everything really laid out. Don doesn't even have a mic.
No.
Straight up. He doesn't have a mic.
I got my computer mic. I got my computer. I just don't have a professional mic like he has.
But check it. This is not shade. What I'm trying to say here is that did Don and I say, hey, listen, Don, we're gonna go ahead and wait until you get a mic, or Ozeal until I really get done up on my background. My background ain't sexy like all these other live streams that are going on. Exactly.
I go background, so
exactly. So one of the things that you and I said is like, you know what, we don't have all the bells and whistles. We really don't know all the features of StreamYard, but we're going to start anyway. And I think right now is an opportunity to be creative. And part of being creative is rebelling against perfection.
Yeah.
You think that?
Figuring it out along the way.
Exactly. So that's a tip. Decide to be imperfect. Yeah. Number 4 is take time out of your schedule for you. Don, you mentioned this as well. Is just be able to do things to kind of get out the house, go for a walk. I know something that's what I've been doing, and is just figure out a way to just kind of unplug. And it's been very, very hard for me. I get checked all the time because I'm the kind of person that could just bang it on the laptop till 2 a.m. still, right? That's what I was doing before, so this is like no thing. But now, because we can't get out, and I can't get out to my coffee house, and I can't get out to the places that we can't even meet up, Don. You know what I mean? But it's important that we find outlets to be able to hit reset, unplug, and just kind of enjoy nature and go for a walk. So I think taking time also for yourself, for self-care, like taking care of yourself, working out. That's something I've been doing. Something I'll be completely confessional right here, guys, is when COVID hit, I went through a little, I got depressed a bit because I'm an empath. And I started seeing the news and I started seeing everything that was happening. And it really affected me, man, to where that first week really effed me up. Like it completely screwed me up and derailed me. I was like, man, this is happening and this is about to occur. And I picked up some bad habits as far as just socially, maybe hanging out, having a couple cocktails, drinking, and waking up the next day, not feeling too good, trying to restart my batteries. And I'm going to be completely real with y'all. But that's how I was going down that tunnel until I had to get checked and say, hey, listen, this is not the way to live. This is not the way to conduct myself during these times, because during these times, it can easily pull us down. And we need to get to a point where we need to rise up above all the chaos and get our mind right, get our body right, get our spirit right, and be able to thrive through this. And the only way you thrive is that if you get your mindset ready to go. Like we need to be in Rocky mode, baby. Creativity, business. We had our moment in the beginning during COVID where we were like really frustrated with, okay, they're about to shut down our economy. People are getting sick. We're worried about, our parents getting sick. Our babies getting sick, our girlfriends, our boyfriends, husbands, wives. There was a lot of anxiety. But one of the things that I had to check myself and decided to make a conscious decision, it was to say, look, I can let this take me down, or I can rise above and leverage this time to really build to invest in my business, to invest in creativity, to do the things that have been on the fence, and to also kick bad habits out the window and just take care of myself. So I've been going to the gym. I've been drinking water. I'm not drinking anymore, right? That's a conscious decision. I'm not going to drink, even if it's just a casual, glass of wine or a beer, none of that, because I wanted to get my mind right. So I'm in full combat mode right now, baby. So that's where I'm at right now. So that's something that I wanted to share. I'm passionate about because it has really shifted the way I am. It's actually made me feel so much better to be able to kick those bad habits, take some time for myself, go outside and do things that I normally don't do. So that's another tip that I wanted to share. Also, last but not least, and guys, if you guys feeling what we're talking about here, what I'm sharing, I'm kind of I can get
frustrations or what you're, what you might be struggling with or have struggled with. Make sure you throw them in there. We definitely want to hear about that for sure.
Yeah, let's get real with it, because listen, part of the Talking Creative is talking about the bullshit that sometimes we go through, right? Some of the setbacks and some of the things that really set us back, and some of the things that really frustrated us going through this. So let's be real with it.
I'm finding out now is they have to have, even if it's just one person, an accountability partner, somebody that you can connect with. Like I said, we're seeing how we're having to connect with now, and we're in this. We feel, especially as creative, we're in these four little walls all day, and like I said, I've been in this office all day, and it can tend to drive you crazy, or you can tend to start to listen to your own voices in your head. You got to have somebody that you can connect with. I mean, now we can't meet for coffee, we can't get out and hang out, but you can jump on a video call, you can jump on your phone. You can send emails, text. There's so many ways now to stay connected with somebody. You need at least one person to stay connected with. And to the point that you were making just a few minutes ago, Ozeal, about, and we've talked about this before, sometimes I'll get in this mode to where I feel like I have to be doing something all the time, or I have to be working at something all the time. And true, as an entrepreneur and as a business person, you should be working on your business. But we all get in these moments of where we just don't feel creative, and we just can't. It's hard to get those creative juices going. That's when you definitely, and now I've gotten a lot better about it. Whether I go out for a walk, or whether I'm listening to music, or whether I'm reading a book, I think even in those off times, or when you're not sitting in front of your computer, when you're not working on your business, and you're kind of, I don't know, maybe even taking an hour to watch Netflix, I think even in those moments, you'll start to think creatively about things. Creative juices will start to flow, and you'll start to come up with ideas that, okay, I didn't think about it. You could be watching a Netflix movie, okay, and something creative suddenly comes to you.
You could be watching Tiger King.
I haven't watched that yet, man. Like I said,
who's watched Tiger King?
I haven't
Who's watching Tiger King
for some reason. I don't know why. I'm hearing a lot about that, but I may have to break
super
down.
entertaining.
I'm more of
I'm
more of a sci-fi person and a cartoon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. If you want some just junky, entertaining, content, man, Tiger King. It is a hilarious documentary. Listen, just I want to mention that's all great points that you just made, Don, and I wanted to just kind of also share the last thing that I wrote, which is, and I think this is a great question, just because a lot of people, and that's something I was asking, and shout out to the Vid Houston community, because a lot of people are struggling with being motivated, because of all the emotions that we're experiencing and due to COVID-19. And one of the things that people are struggling with as content creators is finding the motivation, but just being inspired to create. And so all those things that I listed, but another thing too is right now is a great time just to be curious, right? To scratch your own itch. It goes back to the thing of like, if there's something that you've been wondering, because what's going to happen, you're curious about, right? If you're something you've been curious about, scratch the itch, see where it takes you, because I'll tell you what, guys, this is going to pass.
Yeah.
And our society,
much about it now, because like you said, I know, turn off your TV. You shouldn't watch so much news. You shouldn't, and especially get stuff from Facebook and social media, because that's just more negative. It just negatively flows. So try and monitor how much information you do get, and the information that you do get, make sure it's official, like coming from the CDC or something like that, not coming from Facebook or YouTube or whatnot, because that's drama, and that's not going to really help the situation
Yeah, I mean, especially with social media. Social media already is one of the biggest contributors when it comes to depression. All right, we knew that there was a study about that. You know, I don't know if you read about that, Don. So imagine now, like imagine the stuff that's coming out of Facebook, and we see it all the time, and we see it daily basis. I mean, cats are now being affected by COVID. But it's just scary, right? I mean, everything is like people are just shooting out a bunch of garbage out there. And if you stick around, you're going to consume it, and subconsciously, it's going to affect you.
Yeah, it's going to
plan. So you got to limit your social media.
Yeah, it's like any thought. Any thought is a seed, and it's going to get planted. There's a great quote. I think it's by a guy I listen to. That he says, "You got to be the guardian of your mind, at the door to your mind. You got to control what goes through the door into your mind." Like I said, I get everything that's going on. I make sure I take my precautions like it's supposed to be done. But I know that this will pass, and I know that we'll come out stronger on the other side. But I also know as an entrepreneur and as a business person that during this low period here is the best time in any, like I said, any entrepreneur will tell you that whether they're an investor, this is the best time to invest. Whether they're a business person, this is the best time to rethink how you've been doing business and come up with a new way of doing business. If you haven't started anything, this is the best time to figure out what it is you want to do and be creative about it. This is the best time to really, like Ozeal was saying, find your passion of what you really want to do. And you've got the time now to do it. Use it because it's going to pass and things are going to start to get back to this kind of, I don't think things are ever going to be normal, like normal per se, because I think now people got a different perspective on just communicating and how things go in this world. And it's not just, and it's funny, it's not, and we think kind of isolated, really we do. Even isolating in this room, as a country, we think kind of isolated. Now, I have friends and people that I communicate with. I have a friend over in the UK, and he's talking about what's going on over there. So it's a global thing about what's going on and how people are dealing with it, and will be able to deal with it. Like I said earlier, I know the businesses that are going to survive and even grow out of this are the ones that take advantage of the opportunities that this time presents. We may not see it, and I think a lot of people don't see it because they're listening to all the junk and all the stuff that's coming in, and they're letting that fuel whatever fear, whatever mania, whatever craziness comes through their head. They're letting that kind of stir things up. But if you're from a business point of view or entrepreneurial point of view, you understand that this is just a season, and any down season is the best season to really elevate yourself.
Right. Well said, man. So use it, don't abuse it.
Don't abuse it, baby.
Use it, don't abuse it.
We want comments. We want questions. We want to know what's going on with you for sure. We even want criticism. Like I said, this is our first broadcast. Welcome. Make sure it's good, constructive criticism. We don't just want you trashing us here, but we're trying to make this the best that it can be. And like I said, we know as we continue on with this, it's going to get even better for you. And if you know of anybody that can benefit from this, that can, as a business owner, creative, even the pearls of wisdom that we try and drop, share it. Make sure you share the information. Make sure you share this live with other people, because we want it to grow. We want a great engagement. We don't just want a lot of views, but we want engagement. We want people commenting. We want people telling us what's going on with them. How people, you might see a comment in there of how somebody can help you or you can help them. It's all about helping each other now, So
I do want to mention, I'm getting it from the Facebook, the Vid Houston group, Mondo. I don't think he has any questions, but he has some comments. He put, yes, get out. I've been thinking about interesting TV shows to talk about on my podcast. So he's using it as a way to kind of create content for him. And I've been GoProing my bike rides, then editing with music with my video app. I need to ramp up my podcast time recording. However, no Tiger King for me. Wonk, 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 wonk. Mondo, you ain't down with the Tiger King, man. What's going on?
Like you, Mondo, I've been putting off Tiger King. It doesn't really look appealing to me, but it's getting a lot of buzz for sure.
It's entertaining, man. And Mondo said overall good audio video. Oh, so he's giving some feedback. He said good overall audio video. Great ideas to stay creative. Do something. Time to start. Don't be perfect. Yes, I believe in the art of the imperfect start. I'm all about that. So Mondo, thank you for giving us some feedback and commenting in the Facebook, in the Vid Houston group as well. So what we'll do is, how about this? We don't want to go. So we'll go maybe 5 more minutes.
Yeah, we've gone longer than
man. Yeah. So Don and I, real quick, guys, Don and I are trying to keep this as compact as possible. We're trying to keep it within 30 minutes. Stretching out to 45 minutes. We understand that, some of you may or may not, or may have questions. So, but even if you don't want to ask a question now, catch it on the replay. Don and I will be in the comment section, and we'll go ahead and Don, we could do that, right? We can go in the comment section and we can answer questions later.
And if you catch, like I said, if you haven't been on live and you catch the replay, throw your comments, questions, whatever in the comment section. Me and Ozeal will be going through it and making sure that we respond to everybody and comment on everybody's post. We definitely, like I said, we want to make this thing about engagement, and we want people to share. We want to share with you, and we want you to share with us for sure.
Yes. So Talkin Creative, guys, we're going to be doing this every Thursday. So please join us. We had a great, got some, maybe 15 viewers total. I think it's great. Listen, and really tell you the truth, Don and I, we talked about this. It's not about the numbers. This is something that he and I were like, yo, let's just go ahead and go live. Let's talk creative. Yeah. Let's go ahead and have these conversations where we can share some tips and strategies. He and I are very mindful of the fact that you're probably watching other live streamers as well, with better backgrounds and audio and all that good stuff. But we want to make sure that we give you guys some valuable tips and strategies or some insights. So every week we'll have a topic, and if you guys have a topic that you want us to talk about, please let us know. Just drop it in the comment section or DM us. But if not, Don and I will continue having conversations, different topics. It will be going live every single time, 7 p.m. On Facebook for right now. And of course, I think we're going to multi-stream it. It's also going to be on YouTube as well. But
like I said, I think once we, get the logistics worked out, not only YouTube, but LinkedIn, because we're able to LinkedIn as well. I definitely want to leverage that for sure. There was something I was going to say, but I lost my train of thought. Oh, next week, we will be broadcasting from my page. Like I said, we're still working out the logistics. We're kind of tossing back and forth. This week, our initial broadcast was here on Ozeal's page. Great podcaster, great YouTuber, awesome guy, man. Me and Ozeal go back a little ways for sure. Learned a lot from him. And like I said, this is just something that we extended that we already been doing. We met before this thing broke out. We are part of a little small mastermind group that we encourage each other with. So this is kind of an extension really of that, that mastermind, our mega mastermind is what we call it. But it's something that we felt like would be of great value to put out there to help other businesses and other creative people, because these are questions and things that me and Ozeal have talked about a lot, and just kind of talked our way through it and encouraged each other through a lot of things, whether it be business or personal, that stunts our creativity or holds us back for sure. So we want to do with that.
Absolutely, Don. So what we'll do is we'll close it out, guys. If you want to connect with me, Obviously, you're on the page. Don and I are going to talk about what we're going to do for the next week. It's going to be on Don's page. Or maybe, Don, I'm thinking of another idea, which you and I will share off camera. But I want to say personally, thank you to everyone who commented, even the quiet ones in the back, who watched. Hopefully you got a lot of value from these conversations. And of course, we hope that you join us next week. If you have any, again, topics that you want us to talk about, drop it in the comments, and we will love to include that in the next live. But yeah, reach out to me at Think Ozeal is on the screen. That's my hashtag. Is it hashtag or tag? It's not a hashtag, but
hashtag.
It's a hashtag. That's where you can find me. So Think Ozeal on Twitter, on Facebook, obviously.
There, but you can reach me at Don Terrell.
Yes.
And definitely, we may throw in the comments how, if you want to get in touch with us, email. We might be able to throw our email in the comments if you have a question or talk to Ozeal about podcasting.
Yeah, if you guys are interested about podcasting, please reach out. OzealMedia.com is where you can link up with me and offer one-on-one coaching as well. So that's a little shameless plug, but hey, listen, it's all love, talking creative. We want to make sure that we do our thing. And I know Don, he does graphics. You want to talk a little bit about DG Graphics, my man?
2D and 3D motion graphics and animation and digital media. You can reach me at dggraphics.com. That's DGGRAFIX.com. I would love to help you. If I could help you with your branding, marketing, your media, I can definitely help you there. Any questions? Anyway, my thing is any way that I can help you, whether it's information, pointing you in the right direction. Like I said, some of the tools that I use, some of the tools that Ozeal uses, we are here to help you grow, help you be creative in this time.
Yeah, Talking Creative, live session 1 in the bag. Thank you again, guys.
In the bag.
Don, Terrell, Ozeal in the house. And once again, we'll see you guys next Thursday. Thanks again for watching. We really do appreciate that. Be safe.
Yeah.
Be well.
Yes.
And create the imperfect start.
Take advantage of this time. Take advantage of this time. Be creative.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Yes.
Peace.
Yes.